Hi, Linda. How are you doing? Hi, Esther Martinez, Maria Chongo, Cinder Garza. How are y'all doing? Top. No, we don't want top. We want all. Oh, okay. We got all. I'm taking my own self out, huh? Let's see. Maria Guzman, how are you? Joanne, how are you? I'm glad that y'all are all here. I've been listening to some of the shows from today. Velda, mayoral candidate for 2026, Mercedes, Texas. So many people are worried about Velda running for mayor, and I'm like, go for it. I think that we need to encourage each other on whatever we are all doing. It doesn't matter. Just be positive about it, because you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to do what makes you happy. Hi, Anna. How are you? Yes, I'm only going to be here like 5 minutes. I got something to do, and I'm like, my phone's probably going to die, but I haven't gone live today because I was so busy this morning. You all know that I'm 61, going to be 62 in the middle of the summer here. So I went to this morning. I got up early. I called my little sister. Let's go. She needed to go to an optical place in Harlingen and get some glasses fixed. And me and my cousin Marty had something to do in Harlingen also, because we needed to go to the Social Security office. Because, you know, if I'm going to be 62, I want to know if Uncle Sam's going to send me my Social Security check already. Why not? I'm not gonna wait till 67. What the heck? I haven't worked for 3 years. I want to know how much I'm gonna get and how do I get the process started. Well, let me tell you guys. Thank you, Maria Guzman. Yes, I'm 61. For all those men out there that want to know, I'm 61. Am I still single? Yes, there's a reason for it. And no, it's not because I like women. I had somebody tell me that I was homophobic, um, but I have short hair. Want to let y'all know that my grandmother, my dad's mom, always had like short hair. What does that have to do with homophobia? It's like, really? Don't get offended. I'm not against whatever you do behind closed doors. And whatever I see with my eyes, I'm not gonna criticize you on it. I'm just gonna go with the flow of the conversation that we're having, and that's it. You know, don't worry about if I'm homophobic or not. And why am I so homophobic if I have short hair? Párenle ya. Anyways, people get offended for the smallest things. But I was gonna say was that, you know, either way you look at it, when you want to know something, Maria Guzman, you had an aunt that had short hair. I had a couple of aunts. One of my dad's sisters, I mean, one of his sisters always has had short hair, but one of his sister in laws also always had short hair. And she always looked nice. It was like, she always had the nice hair that always was up and combed back and stuff, styled like a lady's hairstyle. She had it short. Elevator is high. But to tell you all that I have always never been helped by the government, and I go over there because I need to get the process started. If you're 61, get the process started, because you know what? You're going to get 5 years more to get to 67. At 62, you can retire in the United States and get a Social Security check if you work your 40 quarters, okay? And I have worked more than my 40 quarters. But when you go there, of course, their job is to, like any salesperson, is to tell you, hey, if you retire right now at 62, you're going to get this much. And if you retire at 67, you're going to get this much. Well, guess what the difference was between now and at 67? When I get to 67, my retirement is still going to go to that much because I'm already 67. So, it was like a $500 difference between me retiring at 62. Don't forget, I was making $31.50. So, it was like, when I retired at 62, I was going to get so much. And then at 67, it was going to be 480 something, almost $500 more. But I was going to have to still work 5 more years. Why? As a single mother, I never got food stamps because I always made more than minimum wage. So that's one money that I didn't get from the United States government. I had my own house because I got a house when I got divorced. I worked for that house 14 years, so I was entitled to it. So I didn't get housing from the United States government for free. I came over here when I was 40 because I decided it was time to move. Got a kick in my ass, took my 401k, bought my own house here in South Texas, and still didn't get no help from the government. There was a couple of hurricanes, and I had insurance on my house, so FEMA didn't help me. And FEMA wasn't going to help me because the water didn't get to all the electrical cords that now they're putting at 5 feet inside your house, so that if there is a hurricane, FEMA will not help. Because if your house gets flooded, guess what? The flood waters have to reach all of the electrical outlets in your house. So FEMA's not going to help you, and you better have insurance. But I'm not worried about that because I've always had insurance on my stuff. My whole thing is that that's where the no sympathy for no single women comes from. And I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize to all those soft people that think that I'm a hard ass and then I'm a bitch, because I tell you that as a female in the United States, the only reason you need a man is to have children, to procreate the race. You don't need them for anything else, because I had a $31 an hour job with only a GED. I didn't have degrees, but I knew how to control a room with 50 prisoners, and I knew how to handle a gun. So that's why I had that job. My voice was what gave me that job. Even though my voice offends a lot of people, and the majority of people that get offended by my voice is people this color. Not my people, because my people are loud like me. But I got somebody offended because I'm a homophobic, because I said they had to have something gay on the halftime show, even though Bad Bunny came out dressed nice, and not like he usually does. Because I said that I'm a homophobic. And I just want to tell you all that I didn't have anything handed to me on a silver platter. Not even, this program, this platform that I've struggled to get to 1,000, and I'm almost there. I still got haters coming in here and wanting me to talk about subjects that I'm not going to talk about because I'm not a judge or a jury. And they don't like that? Too bad. I thank all my moderators for taking care of their ass and getting them off of my platform. They're not needed here. But people get mad because I say that too. That I shouldn't be such a hard ass with people that are trying to watch my show. But there's thousands of things that they. My phone is gonna die, and I said I was gonna be showing this. I just wanna let you all know that as I'm coming to another room in my house that not too many people see, but this is my bedroom. Anyways, I need to connect the bottom of my phone. Um, but I just want to let y'all know that it doesn't matter. Can you try to be positive as a woman towards another woman for whatever it is that she's trying to achieve in her life? Instead of being a negative bitch, always wanting to just see that that person is trying to be, you know, voicing some opinion that doesn't match yours. And people getting mad at me because I said Playboy magazine instead of Max magazine. What's the damn point? It's still both magazines were still sex magazines. You don't like the fact that I'm not a Republican. Too bad. I don't have to be a Republican. All you have to do is just listen or scroll. Am I being a bad bitch by saying that? Am I being a bad bitch by saying, hey, Velda, go for it? You know what you want for Mercedes, Texas, and you know what? 100%, I'm going to back you even though I'm not from Mercedes. What's so hard about that? What business is it of mine or anybody's to come on a platform that's a worldwide? Oh, she hasn't even signed up. The 3rd is the last day. No, it's not. The 3rd of February was not the last day to sign up in Mercedes, Texas to be a mayoral candidate. But some people want to confuse issues and they're not even from that damn town. De vuelta, meme. I don't want to hear you. I want to block you, but I'm going to leave you there, meme. It's like I'm not going to be arguing with Ophelia over you being a bitch. But you seem to always want to put your opinion on my platform. So go for it. I think you need to open your own platform, meme, but whoever you are, that's fine with me. But anyways, like I was saying, some people just want to be offended all the time. They want to be playing the victim, and they're not the victim. I went this morning to be told, hey, yes, you're in line, but all you're going to get is another appointment of 2025, and we're in 2026. So all you're doing in this line that was long, it was a long line. We thought they opened at 8. By 8:30 when we got there, the line was long all the way to the end of the building. And then we still got told, oh, everybody that has an appointment goes in first and everybody else stays out here until we tell you to go inside and get a number. And then you're going to be given an appointment to come back or to get called. So I'm telling you, I can't win. I can't win. Well, you know what? I was going to tell you all about this charger. I love the cord. I love it. I love the cord. But my phone has a double case. So since my phone has a double case, this little part that's supposed to connect to the bottom of my phone, It doesn't reach. So, in order for me to be able to use this charger on my phone that I'm having this show on, I have to, and of course, that was what I told them on the feedback because they always want a feedback on the products that you buy from them. So I told them this little section, if you have a double case on your phone like mine is, because when I have to clip this phone to the side of my pants or whatever, it has another cover that goes on the whole front with a clip. So on the inside, it has a little thing that goes around it, and then it has an outer case. So this is too short. But the charger, the cord is awesome. It works. I don't really need this part, but this is the whole point was getting this part. I mean, I can use it like this. So did I spend $19 or $21 for nothing? Not necessarily, because if I would have gone to the store to buy just the cord, a C2C cord would have cost me $19, 6 feet. Yes, you need to take off the case, Linda, and my phone is not that easy to take the two cases off, because in order to use the outer case that I have on it, which is an extra protection for the front, that's how come the phone has lasted that long on me, because it has two cases that go on it. No, man, I got this one from TikTok. I already gave them my input. It's an awesome idea. I mean, this thing opens up and it makes a little stand for your phone once it connects to the bottom, and the charger would be on the side. The phone line would be on the side, so it wouldn't be in the way. But with my phone having a double case, this part that goes into the phone to charge it is too short. It needs to be longer. That was the only thing wrong with this section here. I think you can get them on Temu, but I got this one on TikTok. And then I got these earphones on TikTok. Also, these monster earphones. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that somebody else is encouraging Velda to do what she wants to do. You know, and like I said, it doesn't matter if she gets 20 votes or if she gets 50 votes. The whole point with her running for mayor in that town is just that she can do it. And if she does it, it'll probably bring herself more, instead of being always thinking that she can't do things, encouragement to do other things that she wants to do in her life. I always wanted to go to Europe. I sent my daughter twice and I went to Europe, and I'll tell anybody, I went to Europe when I was 324 pounds. So, of course, I want to go to Europe again, you know? So why not? Why not encourage each other instead of always just being there, being negative? And it's like, there's people that want to be friends with people after they were degrading them and stuff, and it's like, okay, whatever, just whatever. Anna, write to me on Messenger. I wanna give you something, Anna. But I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks for being here, and just try to be positive about things in your life that you're doing. My appointment that they made me today what is today? February. They couldn't make me an appointment until April the 1st. So even though I went, well, the sun is shining here. Meme, if it didn't shine where you're at, I apologize, but it will shine tomorrow. No pasó nada, Ana, nomás que quiero darte una receta. ¿Pa' qué la hagas? ¿Pa' qué la hagas? Look me up. But anyways, that's how it is. If Anna's coming up after me, then let me let you all go. Enjoy the rest of your day. It was nice talking to everybody. Just be positive about life. It just keeps going. It doesn't matter. Bye, everybody.